How did India's Supreme Court create the mandatory Vishaka guidelines, years before Parliament ever passed a law? Because before 1997, India had no specific legislation defining workplace sexual harassment. This massive legal void was exposed by Banwari Devi, a social worker whose horrific attack sparked a massive legal fight. To bypass standard courts, activists elevated the issue to the Constitution. They argued an unsafe workplace denies basic human freedoms, making it a direct violation of their fundamental rights. The court agreed, defining harassment as a denial of equality, protection from gender discrimination, the right to practice any profession, and the right to a life with dignity. But declaring a constitutional violation is one thing. How does a court enforce daily safety standards across every office? They used a unique power built into the Constitution. The court ruled that their Vishaka guidelines would act as binding law, mandatory across the country until Parliament officially acted. Instantly, the burden of safety shifted directly onto the employer. Workplaces were forced to establish internal complaints committees led by women. For 16 years, the Vishaka guidelines served as the only shield protecting working women. So today, the mandatory POSH Act committees in every Indian office exist because this ruling laid the foundation.